What's up, everybody? Celtic Scarecrow here. Back with our video, get those 10s and 20 views. Yeah, the prediction video is a little bit later than it probably should have been. But, Saturday, so why not make it the Saturday video? Miscommunication with my buddy Chris, why he's not here. Work, personal lives, all that fun jazz, and whatnot. So he's not here. I do have who he thinks is going to win, so I will throw that up in there. Unfortunately, we can't have a nice back and forth conversation though. But let's talk about the previous week's games. Uh, First off, you had the lackluster game between the 49ers and the Eagles. I say lackluster because I was hoping for a really, really good game here, but Brock Purdy pretty much destroyed his elbow, safe to say, and whatnot. So once he couldn't throw more than like 3 yards and them not just putting in anybody who hasn't been on like 100 teams, that game was over. And yet the Eagles still somewhat struggled. They had one good quarter. It's like 7 the first, 14 in that second, 7 the third, and then a 3 in the end. So it's like, yeah, they won, but also at the same time, I think at the halftime they realized, like, yeah, they can't throw on us, so let's not even worry about them. Wawa, unofficially supporting me, get me through like these videos. And in the other game, such a good game. We had the Kansas City Chiefs defeating the Cincinnati Bengals. Really good game. Unfortunately, the refs kind of really screwed over like everybody. By that I mean, there probably everyone knows this by now if you're coming to me for football reactions, but the play where they Bengals stopped them, Casey was getting ready to punt, and then the refs were like, "Whoa, sorry, we blew that play dead about 3 minutes ago, so you get a second chance on third down." And then the Bengals guy hit Pat Mahomes late. Be right back.
A few moments later.
Dinner showed up, so I had to go eat. Uh, Back to the Chiefs Bengals game. I think I just said that one wonky play. That didn't happen. I think everyone would have been like, "Oh, perfect, perfect." But this so far does add Joe Burrows to a list of quarterbacks who have lost in the Super Bowl and never returned. Granted, he's having a very young career, so who knows? But just looking at the AFC, just going forward, KC's still going to be good. Buffalo's still going to be pretty good. Jacksonville's on the uptick. Just trying to think of the other team. Who knows what Denver's bringing out? The Jets could get a lot better. So, well, you have the Steelers in the division and the Ravens, so it's not a gimme for the NFC. And now, for our main event, who do they have as the home team for the Super Bowl? I'm skipping the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl should literally be the skills contest. It needs to go back to Hawaii, because if I'm a pro player, I'm like, you want me to just go to Vegas, man? Let me get a free trip to Hawaii with my family. Come on. But that being said, we have the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. I am not putting the Lombardi Trophy above my head. I really don't want any issues with the NFL. if I ever got a copyright claim on any of the logos, I would go to like weird like logos that are close enough. But this game, let's see. The line right now is what's the Eagles negative 1.5. So the Eagles by like 2 points. Is what the line is Philly 1.5 and the over under is 51. I like that over. I honestly think this game will come down to who has the ball last. KC has an elite offense and a good, not great defense. The Eagles have a good, not great offense. I really have not been impressed by them all year. They kind of played shoddy teams. Like, their impressive wins are against, of course, the Niners and the Cowboys. But both games against the Cowboys. But I think the Eagles have an elite defense. So it's strength on strength in this game. My buddy Chris, who I just could not get in contact with, granted, he can message me as well. He is taking the Eagles, and he is a Cowboys fan. So let's just I put like a little check mark over here. My dad, who kind of boycotted football for all the politics and BS that went on with that, says from the little games that he has watched, he is actually going with the Eagles, and he hates all Philadelphia sports teams. Me, I'm going with Kansas City. I just think that the offense of Kansas City will be able to match the Eagles. And I do think the Chiefs defense will slow the Eagles down enough to give KC the edge in the end, or at least the ball. Like, this game honestly could come down to who has the ball last. My coworker Sam, the Hispanic immigrant to this country, who loves football and for some reason and doesn't like soccer, diehard Eagles fans, asked a very valid question. If the Eagles lose, how much hate will Andy Reid get? He was there for like 10, 11 years, went to 4 straight NFC championship games to only go to 1 Super Bowl and lose, and now he's playing the Eagles in the Super Bowl. I don't think the hatred would be super great, just because the Eagles won it in 2017, something like that. But yeah, if this is the Eagles, like, still never won the Super Bowl, I think Andy Reid would get so much hate. But that's it. I have the Kansas City Chiefs as Super Bowl champions. Tell me what you think. Once this is done, I will try to get my buddy Chris on maybe next week. Gotta toss him again. End of the year review, how we think the season's going, and then the only other football video I'll have will be probably in late March, which will be a mock draft. Then, of course, live streaming the NFL draft night 1. But that's it. That's all I have. I will see you weird people later. Let's go. Good game.